Sunday was disappointing to say the least. I think most disappointed in just the difference in the effort shown, which is a little embarrassing to be associated with a game where the other team just plays a lot harder than you. So it's been addressed. We got to get changed. I thought practice looked a lot better today. There was some intensity to it. I think some guys are, you know, not wanting to be on the wrong end of a dominating performance like we were Sunday. A&M's good. They're really good. They're 3 games ahead of us in the league with only, 8 games in. Bucky's done an unbelievable job turning it around immediately. Their whole system's based on playing hard, giving max effort. I told our guys it's perfect because if we don't fix what we have to fix, like we're going to get dominated again at home. So biggest thing we got to fix is what A&M does at a really high level. Let's play hard. Like they press, they're into you, they turn you over. They just keep coming in waves. I mean, the runs that they've put on teams, their last game was at Georgia, started 22-2, but it seems like a lot of these games, they go on big runs. They'll get 2-3 turnovers in a row, hit threes off them, get dunks off them, and go on a big run. Like we got to play hard, play under control, keep our wits about us. Can't have back-to-back turnovers. We got to do a way better job taking care of the ball than we did against Florida. And Florida was tough physical with us, but they didn't press like A&M's going to press. So, our effort on defense, our turnovers on offense, us being willing to share the ball and take care of it, handle physicality is going to be big in this game. And, it's 2 pretty high-scoring teams, so, they get up and down, take a lot of threes. I mean, both teams have elite three-point shooters. I think Dominguez is number 2 in the SEC in threes made. Pop Isaacs is also top 15. We got Holloway and Philon both as well, but they've got scoring. Their bench scores, they're deep. I think they're number 1 in the SEC in bench scoring, number 2 in the country. So they get into their bench, they play. We're going to have everybody. Right now, Taylor didn't practice today. He's got the right leg injury. We'll see if it come along between now and tomorrow. Hopefully it does. But, I thought we had everybody we were going to have for the year there to start the Florida game. And then less than 2 minutes in, Taylor kind of hurt his right leg. So we got to, I don't know. It's not going to be a long-term thing, but I don't know if he'll be able to play tomorrow or not. He didn't practice at all today.
After the Florida game, just needing to look in the mirror, what does that look like since Sunday?
To me, it's an effort thing. It's like you can't go on the floor and get embarrassed by having the other team play tougher, harder, more physical than you, and that's what happened Sunday. So, what have I done to build a program that we're supposed to be built on? Max effort's one of our core values, and that's supposed to be what we do, and we're not doing it right now. So I got to figure out who's going to give us max effort, what I got to do, what I got to say, who I got to meet with, what lineups I got to put out there. But we got to start playing a lot harder than we played Sunday.
Yeah. This point in the season, you've gone 3-4 over the last 7 games. Like, do you feel this is maybe a tipping point in either direction that you can either right the ship or it can get worse? Like, I guess, how do you view this moment?
Yeah, I think it's huge. And we're 4-4. We haven't played great. I mean, we've had some injuries, but that's part of sports. So we've had enough talent on the floor in each one of those 4 losses that we should have won. And we had a chance to win and didn't make tough enough plays when we needed to make them. So, yeah, it's getting close to a tipping point. And we're either going to start playing better and going on a run here, or we're going to continue to play 500 basketball, and that's not what anybody came here to do.
When you look at Texas A&M, does their success maybe surprise you given last season? And what have you just thought of the way that Bucky has kind of handled his first year?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I'm shocked because, I met Bucky in my first week or 2 on the job. I was a high school coach. There's really good high school coaches out there that never got a shot. You got to give Martin Newton a lot of credit hiring Bucky right out of high school. That he took a lot. I mean, actually, Mike White hired me 2 years after I was an assistant. He hired Bucky right out of high school. So I said, Mike White, sorry, Danny White. I think when Bucky got the shot at Sanford and the job he did, I just think it shows like there's some really good high school coaches out there, and some will never get a shot because not that many ADs have the wherewithal to go out of the box and make a hire like that. But he won at Sanford, he won big at Mountain Brook. He knows what he's doing. It's a system that's different than what anybody else is playing. It's similar to ours in that we both play spread, fast on offense, take a lot of threes. It's different. They're pressing the whole game. I did it for 1 year in high school. It didn't work for us then. I really haven't gone back to playing that way ever. Bucky's figured it out a little bit better. He's able to press without getting torched on the back end all the time. And I think he's smart with how aggressive up front he is based on, how successful, who the other team's handlers are, how you're handling it. So I wouldn't say anybody predicted 7-1. That would be a lie. But him being able to turn it around quickly, no, not surprising. I think first place all by himself, almost halfway into league play. That's nobody predicted that. So I think he's doing it well. They're playing hard. They're playing together. You can tell his guys enjoy playing in the system, and they fly around, play hard, have fun, move the ball. I mean, it's a fun system to watch, fun system to play. We get up and down and score it pretty well too, but we got to take care of the ball, not turn it over against them. But no, I wouldn't have predicted this, but I'm also not surprised that he's been successful, if that makes sense.
You've been mentioning ball movement on offense a lot lately. I want to ask you about A&M's ball movement. They're number one in the SEC in assists at like 19.8 per game, and I think the whole lineup averages double figures scoring. So defensively, what does that present to y'all in terms of a challenge?
Yeah, they move it. I mean, if you can't guard off the dribble, or if you don't get back in transition and they start you by creating an advantage, early in the clock. I mean, once they get the advantage, they're really good at keeping you in the blender, so to speak. And I think we got to, once they get you in rotations, they just keep moving the ball until they get a wide open three or, drive to the rim, dunk. So it's similar to how we want to be on offense. They've maybe done it, not maybe, they've done it better than we have, to be honest with you. So, they move the ball. Everybody's unselfish. We've got to do a really good job staying out of rotations as much as possible. Obviously, when we get into rotations, we're going to have to play hard. I mean, it's impossible to stay out of rotations all game long. I mean, the way they play fast, aggressive attack uphill or downhill to the rim. So they're tough to guard, but they're doing a really good job moving the ball. And we haven't been bad at times. But we haven't been as good as we need to be either. Like there's games where we have a lot of assists, and there's games where the ball sticks too much and we turn it over too much. In the Florida game, it didn't move enough. We didn't handle their physicality, stuck too much, and we turned it over way too often.
Coach, how would you evaluate LeBaron Philon in SEC play? And secondly, how would you evaluate the leadership on the team as you guys are kind of going through some of this stuff?
Yeah, I mean, Philon's scoring it well. I think, he makes a statement. He came back to win a championship and try to lead. I think we got to get better effort out of him on defense, if I'm honest with you. He was an elite, one of the best perimeter defenders in the country last year. I thought that was one of his strong suits, how hard he played. I flew around, with the offensive load. He's taken a big major step backwards in the defensive end this year. And in order to be a leader, I think you got to play both sides of the ball. So, as far as the leadership goes, we're searching right now. Who's going to be that guy to make sure this team gives us the effort we need every night out, because we didn't get that effort on Sunday. And the best teams I've ever had or coached are always player-led teams. We're trying to demand effort. I got to do a better job empowering the right guys to to lead. I got to do a better job finding the right guys to put on the floor. But we got to get, somebody to make sure that we play as hard as we can possibly play on every possession, not let the score dictate our effort, not let turnovers, bad shots, missed shots, whatever it is on offense affect our effort on defense, because we've given up too many big runs the wrong way this year. And to me, that goes along with your leadership. So we got to get, and we got guys that want to do it. I mean, it's not like we have any bad kids on this team. They're all good kids, but they got to take some ownership of their effort on the floor and their team's effort as well.
Yeah, just what do you remember about Rylan Griffin and how has he kind of improved at A&M?
Yeah, I mean, great shooter, plays hard. Really enjoyed coaching him. I think maybe averaging 2 steals, 2 plus steals a game. I mean, he's he's smart, very cerebral, got a really good memory, can talk to you about any. I mean, I bet you if you asked him about any game when he was here, he'd remember a lot of things about the game that I don't remember. So he's and he loves playing basketball. He's having a lot of fun. You can tell he's having fun there. He's shooting the 3 ball really well for him, which he shot it well for us here. But, he's been able to play their defensive system pretty well, getting the steals and all that. So we got to make sure we don't give him open shots, and we got to take care of the ball around him because he's doing a good job creating turnovers on defense too.
Coach, beginning of the season, you said that this had the potential to be your best 3-point shooting team you've had. What's your evaluation of that?
It's not the best 3-point shooting team we've had for a multitude of reasons. One is our pass quality hasn't been as good. If you look at the passes our shooters are getting there, it's not where they need to get it. 2 is we don't get off the ball quick enough and put teams in the blender and get to our 2-on-1s nearly enough. Like we've got available 2-on-1s to play that the ball doesn't get to them, so it's hard to shoot when you're taking too many contested shots. So our shot quality is not helped by not moving the ball as well as we want and not delivering passes where it needs to be. So some guys then end up forcing shots because they haven't got good shots, which, if a teammate misses you, we should have had a 2-on-1. He misses you. They can't just force up a bad shot the next time you get the ball. So combination of our shot selection, our pass quality, us moving the ball, and then injuries, I think, have a part to do with it too. Guys are not in rhythm with each other. It's hard. We don't practice together like we usually do. We got guys sitting out every day in practice. When you got guys sitting out at practice every day, even if they play in the games, they didn't practice together. They didn't play in the last 2-3 weeks of games. It's very hard to get a chemistry going when we've had the amount of injuries we've had. So combination of a lot of things. I still think we have an accumulation of the best shooter, the most good shooters on a team I've ever had, but it hasn't translated to being the best shooting team we've had, if that makes sense.